Season's greetings, my friends. Today, I'm going to read you a story. I'm going to read you the story called Caroler Singers. My grandfather was a drunk. My father was a drunk, but I never touched a drop. There's a reason for that. I was young, times were hard, I grew up poor. My grandfather and my father never did an honest day's work in their lives. Granddad wasn't good for much, but he played the clarinet like an artist. He taught my father how to play the accordion. Every Christmas, they would gather a group of friends and go from door to door playing Christmas music, singing Christmas carols, begging for money. Afterwards, they would all go down to the pub and spend it on alcohol. One Christmas Eve, they brought me with them. I was too young to play an instrument, so they handed me a triangle and told me to strike it every now and then. The night was dark, the snow was falling, and a cold December wind cut through us like a knife. We kept our heads down and trudged through the snow and the sleet. Eventually, my grandfather stopped and said, "This looks like a good place as any." We were outside a big mansion, decorated with Christmas lights. My grandfather knocked on the front door. We began to play some old carols. The door of the house swung open, and in the dim light I saw a young woman standing there. She was holding a tray of glasses in her hands. With a smile, she picked up a glass and held it out, inviting one of the men to drink. My grandfather rubbed his hands together with glee and took the glass. Just then I looked up in the window above. I saw a face peering out of the shadows, a face that was hideous beyond words. I looked back at the woman in the doorway and her face was hideous too. Before I could stop him, my grandfather put the glass to his lips and knocked it back with one big gulp.
"Oh dear,"
said the woman in an eerie, childish voice.
"You've drunk blood, sir."
With that, the door slammed shut. My grandfather stumbled backwards, and the glass fell from his hand. It shattered with a deafening crash, and he collapsed in the snow. I don't remember much after that. All I recall is waking up in the light of dawn and finding myself lying in the snow. The other men were lying all around me, just waking up themselves. My father got to his feet and rubbed his head. The woman had disappeared and the house was all boarded up and abandoned. All that was left was a dark red stain in the snow where the glass had broken. My grandfather laid there in the snow beside it, his face all purple and swollen. He was dead as a doornail. We hurried home that morning and called the police. They picked up my grandfather's body and brought it to the morgue. My father told them what had happened, but they didn't believe a word of his tale. They said the house had been vacant for hundreds of years. After that night, my father was never the same man again. He never let a drop of alcohol touch his lips and made sure I did the same.
Alright guys, if you guys did enjoy that story and you guys want me to read more stories or do more stories, just let me know down in the comments and I will do them. I really did enjoy this. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in the next one.